All right, it's happened again. That's 2 BMWs twice. I feel like I got screwed. Why? Because I gave it to somebody and I felt good about it. I'm like, you know what? I gave this guy a car for free. Like, feel pretty good about that. And he ended up selling it for $5,000. I spoke to that guy. He sent me a message saying like, hey, sorry, I needed money to fix my truck. That's why I sold it. He blew it out. He would have gotten more money had I sold it for him instead of holding it for 3 weeks and then selling it. But such is life. It was his asset. I gave it to him. Hands are clean from that one. Then the guy who bought it listed it up for sale for $9,500 or $8,500, whatever it is. If you like that car, if it's not sold already, go scoop it up. The next one, I did the Banjo auction with my Craigslist BMW. This one bothers me a little bit more because the bidding went up, the bidders fell through, as with any eBay, Banjo, you name it, any website. When somebody bids on something and it's not binding, there's no guarantee the sale is going to go through, and they just sort of wasted your time. And there was a guy who sent me a message on there saying like, hey, what's the lowest you would take? I'm in Englewood, which is where the car is. What would you do? Would you give me a good deal on it? And I was like, look, give me $2,250, $2,500, something like that. The car's worth it. I know what it's worth. Just, oh, come on, you don't need the money, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you know what? I'll do this guy a favor. I don't want to pry into what money he has, doesn't have, but like, he's in Englewood. He offered me $1,000 cash saying, I don't need the money. And I was like, you know what? Some good karma here. I'll give him the car for $1,000. And I spoke to him. I'm like, look, as long as you're not going to turn around and resell it, I'll give it to you for $1,000. No, I just need something to get around. Sure enough, guess what happened? Sell it to him. A couple of weeks later. Now, it did have a couple of little issues when I did sell it to him. It had, and there's a video on that. So it needed a couple $100 worth of cleanup work. But the car is now up for sale on Craigslist less than a month later for $4,000. And it's stuff like that that really feels like you got the fist, you know? It just, you give somebody a deal, you feel good about it, and then they turn around and do exactly what you're like, I'll give it to you, I'll give you this good deal, as long as you're not doing this. It's giving the homeless guy money. You know, you give the homeless guy like $20 because I just need something to eat, and then he goes and buys crack. Like, I don't know if you can buy crack for $20, but if you're homeless, maybe they'll give you a deal. That being said, it's just sort of one of those things that bothered me. It's, you go out, you try to do the right thing, you feel good about it, and then somebody takes advantage of you. 2 BMWs, twice I feel a little bit, nah, you know, I don't know what to feel. It is what it is. It's just a story I felt I could share with you. It is my exact car. It's on Craigslist. If you want to buy it, go ahead. I mean, the guy's got some money into it. Now, I'll be objective about it. Maybe neither guy liked the cars. Maybe they didn't like the way they drove. Maybe there was something that, you know what, I don't really like this car. I'm going to turn around and sell it. But to me, it feels a little bit, the first one, they gave me the excuse he needed the money. The second guy, I feel like he was just looking to make a quick, whatever, $1,500, $2,000, flipping it if he can get $3,000 for it. It doubles his money, so be it. Thank you for watching. I am no longer going to sell my cars below market just to hook people up, because every single time I do it, you set it up, somebody drives it out of the park. Well, that was a baseball reference for the golf swing. See you later.